come on in, get a drink, eat, and all that good stuff. So first of all, I want to thank everybody for coming. I mean, a good turnout for the anticipated weather that was supposed to be here 2 hours ago. So I do want to thank y'all for coming out. A lot of you know me. A lot of you just met me tonight. I'll try to get around the room to say hello. But we'll get into the other stuff first. Tim's here to hold my stuff. I did want to put a little word out that we are trying to raise money for the Knox family. I know I'm going off again. So buy some raffle tickets. We got some really good stuff out there to give away. Any little bit helps. As of today, we've raised almost $600 for them. So that's awesome. I think everybody's gone and looked at their Facebook page about Elizabeth. She's a remarkable little girl. She was not slated to live more than a week, and she made it to her first birthday. So I think that's awesome, and we need to support our own. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce our guest this evening. Well, Chris is going to introduce our guest. So I'm going to introduce Chris. So Chris Hicks is the leader of Hicks Watchdog, who is a staunch supporter of ours and who puts out all the stuff on our Facebook pages and makes people pay attention to Amelia. And without him, people wouldn't know who we are. So with that being said, I'm going to introduce Chris Hicks.
Thank you, man. So the last time I was in this hall, I was running for auditor, and I had on my Hicks Watchdog hat. Okay, so I'm going to put it on just for old time's sake. So I'm Chris Hicks, and I just want to let you know that you guys to me have been a personal inspiration. And just because it's inspiring to see people standing up that the government belongs to you, that the records of the government are yours. They're just custodians of them. That their job is to represent you. Okay? Your job is to bow down before them. So you're not just an inspiration. I'd like to say you're an inspiration, but I do, but I'll go further. I learned a lot from you guys. Your tenacity and what you do is amazing. Okay, when I talked to Renee, I told Renee, the first time I told her was today, that Renee, I don't want you to be offended, but I referred to you before as smart yokels. I love smart yokels. So I grew up in Mount Washington, but my dad lived in Bethel. And my mom and dad were divorced. My mom is back here, so she likes to come to this country. So I can't say how much we stopped. We used to stop at the Western Wear place, okay? But I drive back and forth to Bethel for Amelia. So I just want to say, you guys are a real inspiration. The funny part is everywhere you go, every community, every village, every township, there's a few people that believe in transparency, that care, that want their government to be more responsible and accountable. And if we keep in touch, then it takes a lot of weight off. Okay? Even if they're not working on the same thing, to know, there's a woman in Milford, Ohio, about backward. She's got a lawsuit over backward meetings they had in Milford. It's good to know there's somebody else out there. There's some young kid got kicked out of Milford School Board unjustly. He's got something going on. It's good to know there's somebody else out there that believes in what you guys do. I can't believe when the whole thing about the dissolve and then the kind of bullshit mischaracterization of your charter amendment. When Renee told me this thing, I just love the idea, and I hope I don't say any bad language, but if you did it in a way where we can't referendum it, F you, we'll dissolve the whole damn place. Okay? I can't imagine excuse my language again, piss shiver that might cause the people to say, whoa, these people that aren't college educated or are, but maybe don't hang out down in downtown law firm offices, don't stay in posh government buildings that look like a country club, a locker room. Maybe these people got game. So again, I want to thank you for the inspiration you've provided to me. One thing along the way is You know, there's been, if you go look at history, there was the French Revolution and there was the American Revolution. What's the difference between the two? So the French Revolution, what happened in the French Revolution is it was the same ideals. Remember, they gave us the Statue of Liberty sitting in the harbor. They believed in the same ideals, but it got out of control when they went out for vengeance. They went out for vengeance. The American Revolution was always about higher ideals, due process, fairness, freedom, rights. So as you go on to the next journey, and Renee was telling me about what you plan to do next, and I'm very hopeful that you guys take over a chunk of the council here in the next election, but just always remember, do stuff for higher purpose. I always try to remember that. I get accused of making all kind of record requests, and I do. I only make record requests for stuff I actually need. Okay? I treat people the way I think I would want to be treated, even when they treat me dirty all the time. Okay? So just keep that higher purpose, because that'll help to really, I think, not just help you to be successful taking control, but then to help you to move to the next level. Because it's not just about taking control. Sometimes people take control and then they do the same bad stuff the other people did. You want to take control and raise it up. So just thank you very much. Now I'm going to introduce a few people, and I'm going to start. Two of them are going to speak, and they'll be much more eloquent than me, and one isn't. But the first person I want to introduce is John McGraw. So why don't you stand up, John? So I live in Union Township, and John McGraw is one of the trustees in Union Township. And John and I, we didn't actually know each other that well. We got to know each other probably better because of being attacked by people jointly for transparency and other things. So John has also been an inspiration to me in terms of from a township government. You know, there's controversies happen all the time in Union Township, but it's not because there weren't open citizen forums and people couldn't come to the microphone and talk. Okay? Not because John, if I ask for a record and he has it, you know, I've called him up, sent him an email. Hey, do you have this record? If he's got it on his laptop, he'll just email it to me. Not have me come into some office and fill out a form. So I think it's an inspiration. Now, John almost ran for commissioner, almost, last time around. And I don't know whether he will or not in the future, but he'll make a great commissioner someday if he runs on a countywide basis. The second person that I want to introduce that's going to say a few words is Nick Owens. So why don't you stand up, Nick? So Nick Owens is your state school board representative. Does anybody here care about Amelia Elementary or any other school within the West Carolina state? So he is the state school board representative. Now, it's different than the local West Claremont board. I was just telling Renee or some other people, Tammy Brinkman is a person on the Republican Central Committee in Union Township that's the part of the West Claremont School Board, so I'd encourage you to engage her. But Nick is great at state school board. He's also an assistant prosecutor in Brown County. Assistant prosecutor in Brown County. And I don't know, he ran for District 66 House, which is Doug Green today, in 2012. And he hasn't said whether he's going to run for it when Doug Green's term expires, but I hope he does, because he's totally committed to transparency and integrity. He got the state school board to put all their meetings online.